Conquistador. Funny you should mention that. That's our next video. Well, our next video is going to be AC's video about the Chinese boats running into one another. So, we already kind of know about this, but I think Rich is going to actually have video footage of it, which is going to make this so much more hilarious. So, let's jump right in. Let's fucking go. Ooh, that's probably quiet. Crossing over, they got the water cannons going. Ah! Oh my god! Oh, I gotta see that again! I gotta see that again! Oh my god! Alright, so that's the Philippines boat. There's the Chinese ships. They're getting ready to spray him with the water cannon, and...
You know, it's a negative stereotype to say that Asian people can't drive.
How much signal I need to cut across 8 lane?
But the Chinese Navy and Coast Guard sure are trying their darndest to live up to the hype.
I turn now. Good luck, everybody else.
Because the Chinese Navy...
I see nothing wrong with that caricature. I see absolutely no... I see no untruths in that clip.
Destroyer and a Chinese Coast Guard cutter decide to play bumper cars and ram one another as they chased a Coast Guard cutter from the Philippines around the Scarborough Shoals. Shit, I can't say it fast enough. Scarborough Shoals. Scarborough Shoals. Shoals. Say that. I can't even get it 3 times. Now we'll dive
Scarborough Shoals. I can kind of say it.
a little bit deeper onto how this happened in China and the South China Sea, pissing everybody off. But first, a word from this video's sponsor, Fume. The flavored air category is quickly becoming the favorite alternative for vaping and smoking. And that's because Fume is an award-winning flavored air device. It's a whole new movement into better habits. No nicotine, no batteries, no smoke. No harmful chemicals, just natural flavors.
And it's
you bring
clicky.
That flavor into your mouth, not your lungs.
It clicks when you twist it. It's a fidget toy.
It's a little fidget spinner with clicks and ticks and twirly things.
It's a fidget
and
toy.
You won't be let down by some of its fantastic flavors, like crisp.
Okay, someone get this to Dean Witheringdick. He obviously needs an anxiety toy, since he has his anxiety pen. Someone get this to Dean Witheringdick. He obviously needs one. That way he can twist it and click it while he's basically poisoning people's minds.
Mint, spearmint ice, cinnamon hearts, and so much more. So go
He
to
doesn't even have to get the inserts. He can just play with the
Fume
Fume thing during his stream.
To get your free Fume topper when you order a journey pack today. The South China Sea, just a freaking mess is the best way that you can absolutely describe it. For at least...
Okay, I have to address this. Actually, not address it, comment on it. No, Justin, I know why you can't get into it. Because with the Fume, you're literally just sucking air, and all those cartridges do is add flavor to it. With a vape, you're actually inhaling the water vapor, and basically the differences between Fume and cigarettes or vapes is when you inhale cigarettes or vapes, you actually feel something substantive when you are inhaling. Just like when you exhale, you are seeing the smoke in the exhale, but more so you're actually feeling the substantiveness of when you're inhaling, and you feel that small little bite of the inhale from either from the vape or from the cigarette. Whereas with the Fume, it's literally the same as breathing. You're not even getting the physical movement of, like, the hand to mouth craving like you get with cigarettes or vaping. You're not even getting that because you're literally just breathing in air. You don't get that substantive feeling in your throat.
just a freaking mess is the best way that you can absolutely describe it. For at least the past 2 decades, really kicking off 2 decades ago, the CCP has been pushing boundaries in the South China Sea. They're built.
Well, we know the Chinese aren't going to be able to watch this video now. They're not watching Rich's video, and they're not watching my streak now either. Winnie the Pooh cited.
He has been pushing boundaries in the South China Sea. They're building man-made islands. They're just going around and navigating in international waters, trying to ram people or run them off. Use their Coast Guard water cannons to flood and harass other military ships, especially those from the Philippines. So it's no surprise that China's doing what China does and trying to piss off the Philippines more and more by going extremely close to Filipino territory and being in international waters while they harass the Philippine Navy. While 2 Chinese ships, a Coast Guard ship and a Chinese destroyer, were chasing and flailing around and trying to play bumper boats with a Filipino Coast Guard ship. Well, one interdicted the other and they smashed into one another looking like a bunch of assholes.
China is asshole.
Which I find hysterical. The damage to these ships, I would say,
Jenkins. Accurate. I cannot argue with that. 100% accurate.
are substantial.
I'll buff out.
I mean, first of all, that Chinese destroyer sure has one heck of a hole in its hull.
Oh, bother.
Holy hole, Batman. That's not gonna buff out. And let's take a look over here at the Chinese Coast Guard's cutter.
That's a lot of damage. Holy shit. Yeah, that baling wire and duct tape ain't fixing that.
The front of that cutter looks like a freaking tinfoil hat that you just decided to mush the tip down on. Kind of looks like one of those Tom and Jerry cartoons where Tom the cat like runs into a wall or some sort of iron and then his face just gets flattened and he's like... Now, we're lucky enough to have this entire thing on video, and you can see the Chinese Coast Guard ship trying to use their water cannon to harass the Filipino ship. And then out of nowhere, as the Chinese water cannon to harass the Philippines.
There's men at the bow of that ship when it hits. You've got Chinese sailors right at the bow of the ship, seconds before contact. Oh, fuck.
And then out of nowhere, as the Chinese Coast Guard cutter gets closer to the ass end of the Filipino ship, boom, comes that Chinese destroyer and just boom. Just cut him off at the knees and take both ships out. And let me tell you, these ships are not going to be like, "'Tis but a scratch." That Chinese Navy destroyer's definitely going to have some repair work that it's going to need to be done on that freaking hull.
Flex tape is perfect for marine.
That Coast Guard cutter from China, ooh, that could be turned into scrap. I don't know how you recover from that. Hey, Navy peeps, shipbuilders, people that might follow me that know a thing or two about a thing or two.
We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
Would that ship be deadlined? Tell me in the comments. I read them and I need an education because, well, obviously, from a ground pounder, shipbuilding isn't my forte. So please doodly doot in the comments down there.
And of course, when I link his video in the comments, if any of you in either of my chats are experienced shipbuilders or have knowledge regarding shipbuilding, please feel free to comment on Rich's video. If you know if this ship would be scrapped.
Because I think that ship is deadlined. Unless you could just plasma cut the front of it off and then JB weld some other freaking nose on the front of it.
Flex tape's powerful adhesive to hold the boat together.
Okay, all right. Rich, I gotta say it. I'm a little disappointed that when you first started off and you showed the impact, considering all of the flex tape commercials that you've been showing the flex tape clips. I am disappointed that we did not get a "that's a lot of damage" clip from you when you first showed the impact. I'm sorry, Rich. I love you. I'm a little disappointed. I am. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
I don't know if that's possible. I'm sure it is, but is it worth it? I don't know. How much of the rest of the ship is buckled and bent and jacked up because of that collision? I would love to know. Now, side note, yes, the collisions are hysterical and we're constantly messing with the Philippines, but there's a little bit more to this story, which I found interesting. Do you know where the Scarborough Shoals are? I didn't know where the Scarborough Shoals are until I looked on a map. And if you zoom back enough from that Google point on the map of the South China Sea and the Scarborough Shoals, you'll notice, holy shit, is that super close to the Philippines and nowhere near China's mainland at all. Now they say things come in threes, and I guess that's so even in war, because we got Israel-Palestine going at it. We've got Russia and Ukraine going at it. And now we've got China just jumping into somebody else's pool and splashing them in the face over and over again until they give themselves their own black eye. I don't even know the distance from the Scarborough Shoals to like one of the Chinese man-made islands in the South China Sea. Editor, can you Google that? Are you able to Googleize that and just give it like, hey, it's like this many miles, this many nautical miles, and this many American miles? Boy, I sure would find miles, this many nautical miles, and this many.
Okay, so 607,091 bald eagles. Legit. I approve of this measurement.
American miles.
Wait. Hold up. I would be remiss if I did not demand how many is that in beavers. I'm sorry, I would be remiss. Given my location of residence, it is only fair that I ask for the measurement in beavers. Chat, I need someone to math this. 344.87 miles, I need to know how many that is in beavers. Dragon, because a maple tree is not an animal. The beaver is the national animal of Canada. That is why I say beavers.
Miles. Boy, I sure would find that interesting. And then I'd also like to know just exactly how.
Hey, Rook, did you actually math that? I have to know. LaRook, did you actually just now math that out? I need to know if that is a legit number. Is that a legit number? Oh, damn it. Wait to get my hopes up.
How far the Scarborough Shoals are from mainland China. What is the distance there? Significant? One would say so. Now let's compare how far the Scarborough Shoals are from China. This number.
Yes. Atanashi, your duty as my head mod is to go math it right now. How many beavers is 344 miles? Go math it.
Here to the Philippines. Oh, wouldn't you know, that is a significantly smaller number than that one. Another thing that I find extremely interesting, China is blaming the Philippines for the incident.
Okay. This is not unexpected. Hang on.
Shut up, West Taiwan.
Had to be done. If the beaver is roughly hang on, I'm getting numbers. The beaver is 3 feet long, so roughly 605,333 beavers. I approve of this measurement. Or 605,440. That's acceptable. I approve of this kind of measurement.
For the incident.
It was you.
Talk about gaslighting. It's your fault the two of our ships crashed into one another after they were chasing one of your ships. Philippines! There are news articles out there that have the Chinese Communist Party saying, hey, it's the Philippines' fault for us crashing into one another. They're doing unsafe.
And for God's
They're
sake.
in the South China Sea acting like jerks. And then there's the Philippines that are like, here's the video. Why don't you want the video? Are you too good to watch the video? Is that what you are doing, Chinese? Don't you watch the video, Chinese? And literally, you can't make it up. China goes, hey, not only is it the Philippines' fault, but we've got proof. Here's a photo, and a quick description of this photo, as you'll see, is there is the Filipino Coast Guard cutter in front of the Chinese destroyer. So somehow, China decided to say that, hey, it's the Philippines' fault for us crashing, and our proof is a photo of us chasing the Filipino ship. Oh, by the way, so much closer to the Philippines than China. Like 10 times closer to the Philippines than China. Now, because we have such a good relationship with the Philippines, a United States Navy ship decided to pass through that same area near the shoals. And, well, as they pass through, China decides that they're gonna puff up their chest and chase them off. And China's official story is that it chased off a naval ship. I forget.
What? Kate, I did not hear this. The average bull length of a bald eagle is 3.5 feet and a beaver is between 3 and 4 feet, so it's to say. Thank you, Gran Turismo. Thank you. Okay, so the measurement in bald eagles is equivalent to the measurement of beavers. Okay, so the next time Rich actually gives a measurement of bald eagles, I will codify, or I will clarify for that amount in beavers. I will clarify that next time. And did he just say the Chinese claim that their busted ass ships chased off a U.S. naval ship?
Off, and China's official story is that it chased off a naval ship. I forget which one went through it. So just let me clarify this.
Oh, God.
A Navy ship, a U.S. Navy ship, decides to just pass through the shoals, be like, hey, is everything okay? Your butt looks up. Loser. It just traveling through. China says, yeah, we had a ship around that area too, and we chased them off, even though they totally weren't going to stop or anything, and they were just going through. Our presence there totally scared away the Americans.
So that was a fucking lie.
Sorry, it's obvious. I know. I realize how obvious this is. It had to be done. Had to be done.
Oh, and also, that accident was totally the Philippines' fault. Totally the Philippines' fault.
I seriously don't believe you.
I wonder what it was like to be on one of those Chinese Navy ships or the Chinese coast.
China, yeah, you better run.
Jared, yeah. True story, true statement there. And hang on, what did Rich just say
I wonder
here?
what it was like to be on one of those Chinese Navy ships or the Chinese Coast Guard ship, like right before they collided, while they're
What it would have been like is they just dumped a massive diarrhea load in their pants because 3 or 4 of them were at the bow of the ship seconds before impact. So they're probably thinking I should have worn my brown pants. That's what it was like for those Chinese sailors.
chasing the Filipino ship away. Oh my goodness, Chinese friends. Okay, it's very nice to be here out on the ocean in the South China Sea. Totally not the West Filipino Sea, okay? Because this is our water, okay? It's our water, and we want to make sure we got... Oh, what is that over there? I believe I see a Filipino ship. Oh, hell no, they're not going to be in our water trying to make us look...
Okay, can I just say, this is South Park levels of beautiful parody right now. The first thing I thought of when he started with this, I'm like, this is what I would hear from South Park. I swear to God, that he went all in, and Matt Parker, Trey Stone, take note. If you need a voice actor to do a comedic Chinese voice, here's your Matt right here. Here's your guy right here.
stupid. Oh, hell no, okay. Hey, listen here, Chinese ships, okay? We're gonna go over here, we're gonna message them, we're gonna squirt some water on them, okay? And we're gonna have this big destroyer, we're gonna have it swim up and up around and ship it around and kind of jack with it, so that way everybody get very upset and they know that China's #1 in the water over here. Oh, yeah. Welcome to Shitty Walk, take over the pre. Hey, that destroyer kind of come real quick on here, okay? I don't really like how that destroyer is going. Somebody by radio over to that destroyer, let them know that they're gonna come. Oh, our ship's collided. Oh, no. Instead of colliding with the Filipino ship, now two Chinese Navy ships collided. What are we going to do here? Now, how are we going to bring it? Wait a second. I got an idea. I'm very sneaky. I am Chinese in the Navy. I say we blame it on the Filipinos. We'll say the Filipinos were doing weird naval movements even though we were totally chasing them. And it's totally their fault that we got in an accident with them. It's not because we are Asian and bad at driving. It's because they're Filipino. And they are in our waters illegally. Quickly, somebody call up Xi Jinping and let them know that the Filipino Navy has been attacking us by trying to sail faster away from us. Yeah, they're trying to sail so fast away that they caused the accident. All right, good job, guys. Let's go. Making Philippines look dumb. If you enjoyed the shenanigans you just saw, the best way to support the channel is buy yourself a shirt. POB. Yes, you can get a POB. Get yourself a POB if you deserve it, or a friend. We also got 2 new shirts, Knife Hand Drill Sergeant action figure, and Barracks Party. That's right, a Barracks Party. It's not a real party.
Party like
but
Barracks
your friends are
Party.
there. Cheapest way to support the channel is leave yourself a comment. Tell me what you think about this. I'm gonna be doing a little bit more of a deep dive on Pepperbox. So if you wanna know a little bit more of how I think about China and South China Sea, you can go over to Pepperbox. But yes, leave a comment. I would love to hear what you guys think about this. All right, see you next time, weirdos. Just walking around like an elephant.
Did you give Scoot his meds?
Yes, I gave the dog his medication.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Just, you fucking crack me up. It is a very important matter. I appreciate it. You told me to do it and I did it, and then I came down here.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Don't turn off the lights on me, jerk. She left the lights off. I'll put your lights out. So, where was I?
So sweet. Oh, that was fun. And it's the first time I got to see that video footage. So I never actually got to see that video footage. And yes, one thing that Rich didn't talk about is after the impact, the Filipino ship radioed over to the Chinese ship and said, "Are you okay? Do you need help?"